Hey there, and welcome to February 2023. How is it even possible? We're already in February. It's unreal. February is going to be a 9 universal month for us. So that's going to be asking us to consider all that we need to release or keep, right? So, wow. I mean, that can be a very tall order for many of us, right? So, first of all, how do we know that we're even in this 9 universal month? So, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2023. Okay, that's the year that we're in, the universal year we're in. We're going to add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. That adds to 7. Now add your 7 to the month, right? So the month is the second month. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. That's how we know that we are in a 9 universal month. So anytime we move into that 9 vibration, we're going to be asked to give consideration to what isn't working in our life. We have to pause for a minute. And this can be a little bit daunting, but it's so worth it. And it is so necessary that we take the time out to recognize what we need to release. So in this case, we're being asked to create space for new things to come in March, right? Because March will be a 1 universal month, okay? So that can include releasing things like your job, relationships. Maybe you've got a few bad habits you'd like to release. But first of all, we've got to check in with the clutter in your life. Don't you be rolling your eyes at me. I can see you. Your clutter is your clue. Clutter is your new friend, okay? Because clutter is an amazing reflection of your state of mind, right? If my desk is a mess, I assure you, so is my mind. I can't get thoughts out correctly. You know, there's clutter all over the place. It interferes with how I think. So we want to make sure that our area around us, whether it's our glove box or whether it's our closets or whatever, our workspace, our home space, try to keep it clutter free, because then you're going to be able to see things a little bit more clearly, right? So the holidays are over. The gifts are either returned or maybe possibly stuffed in the closets, the drawers, right? Whatever, out of sight, out of mind. Or maybe you actually got something that you can use. Well, that's cool, right? But just find a place for it. Don't leave it around, right? Clean up that clutter. So anyways, if you've been hiding your stuff, well, congratulations. By stuffing all of your stuff into closets and drawers, you've just successfully talked yourself into believing you've got everything under control. Everything's good. I can't see it. It's all good, right? Maybe not so much. Here's the truth. If your drawers and your closets are full of junk, your mind is too. February is asking you to clean up your shit. Get in there and clean up, right? This is important this year, guys, or in this month. So clutter is a sign that there may be things that you aren't willing to face right now. You're not really willing to look at them. So out of sight, out of mind does not allow you to address the issue while taking the necessary steps to make space for something new to come in. I think we can agree we all want something new. I mean, if you have something you don't want, obviously you want to replace it with something you do want, but you've got to face it. You got to see it. You got to look at it, right? So February of 2023 is a 9 universal month, okay? But that's in a universal year of 7. So the 9 says release and let go, while the 7 is encouraging you to think. Remember, the 7 is a thinking number. It's asking you to think about what you need to release and let go of. So we can't hide our shit this month, guys. We got to look at it. February's going to be asking you to think about what you want to finally release in 2023. Consider, just for a moment, consider how your life might even improve once you've released what has been holding you hostage, right? It's holding you back. It's not making you happy. So be honest with yourself. What payoff are you getting from keeping every single piece of Johnny's artwork that he's ever made now that he's 35 years old? Okay. I know that. I've done it before. I've moved a few times and got under the bed. And, oh my God, I can't possibly, release and let go and destroy all this artwork that my children have long since forgotten they ever created, right? It's collecting dust under my bed. So sometimes you have to clean that stuff out, right? There's sentimental attachment to it, but sometimes it's hard to release and let go of that stuff. But it's important, okay? Take from it what you can. The memories will never leave you. The memories don't collect dust, okay? So remember, clutter can be more than just material things as well. So this month of February of 2023, it's time to explore the reasons why you can't let go of your stuff. Be gentle with yourself. There's a reason why you're trapped in your clutter. So you need to address those reasons without being too radical, right? And I want you to be very patient with yourself, because this can be a little tough. This can be really emotional, especially for those of you who are very sentimental, right? You might hang on to stuff. The nines in particular like to hang on to their stuff because, oh my gosh, they're sentimental, but what happens if somebody needs that stuff, right? Oh, if I give it away or I throw it out or whatever, what happens if somebody needs it? So there are certain life path numbers that have a need to hang on to stuff, right? The eights have a tendency to want to hang on to stuff because they like the image of having stuff, right? Because they sometimes, and I'm not saying all of you, right? But there is a tendency with the eights to buy things to satisfy a need within yourself, right? To look more successful. If that's that may be your story. So what you want to do is commit to releasing something, just one thing every single day. This can be as simple as getting into your junk drawer. We all have them, one or two, and throw away that gum that expired in 2017, right? It's time. It's really past time. So you want to create a plan of action that you can commit to. That's important. You want to make a list of all the things that you don't like right now about your life. Consider the clutter in your office. Consider the clutter in your garage, whatever. Then, write that down. Write it down on the left side of a piece of paper, okay? And then on the right side of that list, I want you to write down everything that you would prefer to have in your life. So if it's an office that's completely full of clutter, what would you prefer? I would prefer to not have to look at all the paperwork that I haven't attended to, or I want to take out a bunch of furniture that's cluttering up the space. I want to free up the space energetically. So consider what you don't want and then follow it up immediately with what you do want. Okay, that's how you're going to manifest success. So then I want you to visualize just how much freer you're going to feel once you've taken that step and you've released your stuff. Okay, only you can do that, because there's so much emotion attached to our stuff and the reasons why we have it. You might be a mom, right, who is completely overwhelmed with all the responsibility of the kids and whatnot, and you have a tendency to the house is always sort of a bit of a mess. That might be your cry for help. That might be your cry to say, excuse me, I'm overwhelmed. Can you not see this? I got junk everywhere. My husband comes home and he doesn't see it. I'm hopeful if I leave the place in a mess, he might reach out. That could be a possibility. That could be your story as to why you create it. That's just an example of looking into it. So January was an 8 universal month that was asking us to consider what we want to manifest in 2023, where February is asking you to do a deep investigation into what needs to be released before you move into that new energy of March of 2023. Now, guys, you got to remember that the lineups like this, they only happen once every 9 years. So you've got to take advantage of them when they come and when they're supporting you. So this is really a very sweet opportunity for you to become super intentional with what you want your life to look at in 2023. Remember, 2023 is that 7 universal year that's asking you to think about what you want. Who do you want to become? Who do you want to be with? Where do you want to live? What kind of job do you want? How do you want your home to appear? How do you want your kids to be? All these things, right? It's a very inward year. The energy is asking you to go inward. It's asking you to be reflective. It's asking you to pause, get in your timeout chair for a minute and consider, what do you want moving forward? So that's going to take a little bit of intention on your part. That's going to take intention to pause and take the time out to realize that you need some time to be on your own, some quiet, reflective time, right? So if you really want to work through this year, 2023, with intention, you might want to consider joining my Clarity Seekers community. I've had it open for a little while now, and you're not part of it. What's up with that, right? Everybody who's anybody's there, you want to join us. We got some great members in there. We get some fantastic speakers that come in live. I teach numerology, and they're live 4 times a month. I mean, it's awesome, right? So I promise you that you're going to feel in better alignment. If you're feeling a little lost, if you're feeling a little directionless, if you're really kind of a little concerned with what 2023 is going to hold, join the membership, participate in the community. You can cancel anytime you want, but I want you to join, because you're going to be joining a group of like-minded people who are out there just trying to do the same, just trying to figure stuff out, right? We just want to put our best foot forward in 2023. Maybe you just need a little direction. That's okay. That's cool. Or maybe you just need someone to keep you accountable. I can do that. Either way, we've got you covered, right? It's a fun place to be. It's not dark. It's not scary. It's just really cool. And did I mention that there's a whole bunch of bonuses for signing up? Yes, sir. We got bonuses too. So you want to check it out. Anyway, check it out on my website. But for now, I want you to give some consideration to how you want 2023 to roll out. Carve out some time, non-negotiable time that says that's my time to just kind of sit quietly, meditate, whatever you got to do, journal. I don't care. Make a point. You've got to set some time aside to consider where you're going in 2023. I know you can do this. I know that you can create your best month ever. I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care, guys. Bye for now.